Right, let's start with the... We're not actually going to start with the papers. We're going to start with another post that I've seen recently. As you can see, oh my God, NFL finally confess it's all rigged. And that actual picture is the picture of the referee in an NFL semi-final to get them through to the quarter bowl final or whatever it is, laughing and praising that these guys here who've apparently won. And the reason he's laughing is because he knows it was rigged. He fixed it himself, and of course he betted on the outcome. So, you know, he's laughing because he's made a load of money. But you can't be shocked at this. Everything, I think it was Will Collins said, everything is rigged. It's fixed. And the fact that NFL, Super Bowl, American football is rigged and fixed is no surprise. Not at all. If you think football in this country is not rigged, then you're living on cloud cuckoo land. If you think the cricket's not rigged, cuckoo land. If you think the lottery's not rigged, because do it yourself. Have a quick search on YouTube, or may even see it on FB. Do a search for rigged lottery fixed results, and you should come up with there's two of them out there that I've seen, and there may be more now. One is, I think it's in a Scandinavian country, where they've got the woman. You know, the look at my tits and whatnot, and she's reading out the numbers as they pop up into the little ball socket thing, and she's reading out the numbers, and it's back to the fourth number, and she reads this number out, and it's a different number that comes out, and then she's sort of like a little bit panicky, but she carries on hoping nobody will notice, and then she gives the next number, and the previous number that she wrote out came out, and the next number was the first number that she gave out that came out that wasn't the right number. So the two, it's all rigged. Everything's fixed. We're about to have some stuff thrown on us. What should we say? Shown to us of the corruption that's been going on in America and in the UK and almost every other country. The child trafficking is about to hit the news. Those involved, the Royals, top MPs in America, the Clintons, of course, the Bushes, all dealing with child rape and murder. And they've been getting away with it for a very long time, a very, very long time, because they're all Satanists and they devil worship. And they child sacrifice. It's all out there. It's all going to come out. Hopefully, though, because I've said that it's coming out. When it does, you won't be too shocked. I doubt they'll show the full videos that have been there. Just like in this country with Leon Britton, where he watched a young child have his nipples cut off, his balls cut off. They basically tortured him to death. But of course, that's just a mistake. It's just like Ted Heath wasn't a satanic, child raping, child murdering, low life Satanist scum. But you don't get into those positions unless you're one of them. They know that you know the consequences. If when the general population find out what you've been up to, you know the consequences will be death. Unfortunately, it'll be far too quick for me, but they all know these consequences are coming. That's why they're crapping themselves at the moment. But anyway, as you can see from the picture, everything is rigged. The Times. Now the Northern Irish want a bridge built from Scotland. If you want, they want... Of course it's in the paper, so you can't believe a word of it. As I've said so many times, if it's in the paper, you cannot believe a word of it. Go and check it out yourself. Find if there is any evidence of this, because it could be totally made up, because most of the stuff in there is. But if it is true, then they're wanting to build a bridge between Ireland and Scotland, where we're more likely, well, I know I definitely am, I'm wanting to fill in and end the Channel Tunnel and mount gun turrets all around the bleeding country. The water, anyone coming across there, well, you may have a different opinion. and at the moment you're entitled to. But they want to take that away from you as well. Top school bans pupils from having relationships. It's divide and conquer. Don't want you having a friend or a partner later in life, you know, like a husband or a wife or that type of thing. They don't want you that. They want you separate, because divided, you're easier to control. The picture you can see of the soldiers, more war propaganda. They've been pushing the war propaganda in almost everything for a long time. Lazy lifestyles to cause surge in serious illness. Middle-aged warn millions of older people will have 4 diseases in 20 years. Yeah, they don't want you having a comfortable life where, you know, you've got plenty of free time to, whether if you enjoy jogging or going to the gym, doing some weights, or just going to the swimming pool and swimming or anything. They don't want you to have that time. You should work until you die. That's what that's behind that headline. And it's becoming more and more obvious to everyone that their agenda is evil and satanic. Daily Mail, or Daily Fail. Toe curling message from that prove Fergie is world's proudest and most embarrassing mum. So it's parasitical paper time. They've got nothing else to put forward, so they're just making shit up now. Warning on remedies that react with statins and cancer drugs. Health risk of herbal pills. This is all about. They know that more and more are becoming aware that the pharmaceutical industry is an industry poisoning us all to death. By design, not by accident, by design. And many are now turning to what they call alternate therapies, which work without the poisons and toxins and side effects. So they're trying to demonise it here. Oh, if you're taking statins or cancer drugs, these herbal things are bad for you. And they may not work well together. Stop taking the bleeding pharmaceuticals. The night Dr. Foster demanded equal pay with male co-stars. Now this shit's in almost all the papers, something to do with some award ceremony. Well, think of it like this. If the NFL's fixed, if our football leagues are fixed, if the cricket's fixed, if everything's fixed, and you're going to an event where some group get together and say, well, I think they should win it. Do you not think that's fixed as well? Of course it is. Of course it is. Tempe Express. Huge rise in boat migrants trying to reach EU. Thanks George Soros for that. May hits back at Boris in cash for NHS row. Ah, yeah, you see, Boris is the good guy and May's the bad guy. Oh, wait, they're in the same party, so they're all having a party at our expense, so this must be divide and conquer. Plain and simple. Arthritis. New pill to fight the pain. 26p tablet is in chemist now. So go and take them tablets. Don't try natural remedies, natural anti-inflammatory foods. Go and take another pill, because you know you just keep taking the pill. Just keep taking the pills. How many pills are you taking a day, by the way? They've made us into a bunch of let's call it how it is. Drug taking. We go to that drug dealer and he gives us some pills. The doctor. I've got a headache. Here's a pill. Oh, I've got an upset stomach. Here's a pill. Oh, I can't go to the toilet. Here's a pill. Oh, I'm feeling depressed. Here's a pill. Prozac, for instance, of which the main ingredient, fluoride. Yeah. You can always trust a doctor, because they don't get bonuses for giving us toxic poisons or injections, do they? Had your flu jab yet? Holly Goddess back for the red cot. Metro. Some bloke up for the best actor. We're a group sit round the table and say, well, I think it's him, and the others go, yeah, but he's not a Satanist. Okay then, who's the Satanist? Oh, okay. They've got it then, they're the best actor. Tom Cruise, yeah, he's got it. He's a full-on Satanist. Cab rapist is facing fresh attack claim. Victim tells officers of offence 21 years ago. Inquiry could stop predator being freed. What you have to get from this is that they plan these headlines months and years in advance, because they have to distract you years in advance. They have to know what's coming to be able to distract you, and they know what's coming. That's why they have this stuff lined up ready to fire out at you to distract you. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be working as well as it used to, because I guess for some like me and others who have been saying this is bullshit, this is total bullshit, and pointing out the corruption. Wonder Women, yeah, okay, it's a scum, so I'm surprised there's actually not more flesh being shown on there, but maybe the star will have it, who knows. Now, bear in mind, new pill for arthritis or whatever it was, on the left there. Millions in painkiller addiction. Keep popping them pills. They'll cure everything. Eventually they'll cure life. But if the painkiller, there's again loads of natural remedies, and some that are, well, still natural, but illegal, not unlawful, but illegal, because it does such a good job. And of course I'm talking about marijuana, cannabis, whatever you want to call it. I don't smoke, never smoked. It would make me puke if I did so. But, a la Rick Simpson, the oil that cures cancer, AIDS, arthritis, and many, many other things. Hey, and guess what? There is a side effect. It makes you happy. Oh, you mean a side effect that makes you happy, as opposed to one that makes you vomit, feel like you're dying, hair fall out, that sort of thing. But the side effect of this is it makes you happy. It's a no-brainer if you can get it. But more, it's being made available more and more. Unfortunately, it's still under the radar because of the criminals in Parliament. But it is becoming more available, and so you may get high. Wow. And one of the side effects is you may be sat in the settee and so chilled out, all the worries have gone, you're sat there chilled, you see something if you watch the goggle box, and if it's the slightest bit funny, you will crack up. I've seen this happen. There was, it wasn't even particularly funny, but who I was near, they'd taken some of the medicine, and they were crying with laughter, and I lost it. I thought, what the? And then the penny dropped at what they were doing, because it wasn't particularly funny. But so imagine now, you all know, laughter is a cure. That's why they try and keep us down, depressed, and pissed off at everything. Laughter is a cure. And laughter's infectious. You can see it on, there's a video on, I think it's YouTube, where some guy's on a train and he starts cracking up. And before you know it, the whole carriage is in tears of laughter. Laughter is a medicine. And if that other medicine, known as Rick Simpson medicine, if it does the same thing, And the side effects are happiness, joy, laughter, and all your worries melt away. It's a real medicine, not like none of this pharmaceutical junk. Oh, apparently this is headlines. Grub shambles at 900 pubs. Apocalypse cow. Weatherspoons pull all steaks on steak night. Well, I don't know what the reason. I've read the article. It doesn't actually tell you why. It just says they were pulled. Of course, it's in the scum. So, and they know that a lot. Well, less and less on a daily basis read that shite. I think now the majority of where that gets read now is in cafes and pubs where they buy the papers and leave them for others to read. And of course, if you're bored, you might pick it up and have a read through, and then you discard it because it is a pile of shite. Daily Mirror. More of the crap, the Holly Willoughby Golden Globes or whatever crap thing it was. And of course you've got Anton Deck, you've helped me through a tough year. Alright, you've got to think about it. Most of us haven't got 2 pennies to rub together. This lot here have got millions, and they're multi-millionaires beyond belief. And they've still got a shitty life. We might not have a lot of money, but we enjoy our life as best we can. But the sooner we get rid of money, the sooner the whole ball game becomes equal. None of this, well, that oil's mine. I'm paying them men to go there, dig it and mine it, so that it's mine. No, it's not. If we're all equal, we all own everything equally. And just because some have gone and extracted it, doesn't make them any better or make them own it. It's all for us. This is why everything is prepaid. We're all equal. And of course some of that out there will say, oh well, if you haven't done the work to go and get it, blah blah blah. Yeah. No, because you're doing something else. Doesn't matter what you do, we're all doing something. And most of us are doing it for the benefit of ourselves and others. Whereas the scum, parasite, Satanists that have stolen everything, including the likes of the royals, the Vatican, they're trying to claim it's all theirs when in actual fact it's all everyone's. Cops probe new sex attack by taxi rapist. Woman claimed from 97 could stop shock prison release of war boys. And Tinky Winky star freezes to death after falling in the street. The actor who played Tinky Winky in the Teletubbies apparently processed, maybe he was homeless by now, you know, because we know how well the BBC look after their parasites. Daily Star. Well, a little bit more body, but not a great deal, that means both the scum and the star have not gone full on skin. The main headline, the end of Corrie. Get a life, that ended years ago, or should have. Same with EastEnders and all the rest of the soaps that are there to wash your mind, make you think that's how things really are. And some do. I remember years ago when one of the Corrie stars had been a particularly nasty, and he was being chased down the road by someone. Because it's just, look, Shakespeare said it. The whole world's a stage. We're all actors in it at the moment. But it's coming to an end. Not the world, just the stage. The Guardian. Paradise Papers film linked to bank accused over terror cash. Although there will probably be some truth in it, it'll also be there to try and make it not look as bad as it was or is. But yeah, you know. I was reading yesterday as well. Apparently, the over in the US, they're a little bit upset as box office receipts have dropped to the lowest in many, many years, which is great. That means, well, it's two things actually. One, you're not going to the propaganda and be propagandized by that massive screen. The other being because you haven't got the money because they've stolen it all off you. So it's good times for everyone that's not going. Let's blame Russia instead, shall we? US blames Russia for Assad gas attack. I think we've all seen through the smoke and mirrors of that. Not just that, but that whole Syria thing. And we know it's the UK, France, Germany that are actually behind ISIS and all the shit that's gone off over there. And Russia has actually cleared out the Western aided and created terror units. And that's why, well, we better blame Russia for it, shall we? FT. Regulator snags Murdoch Sky bid. Watchdog fears concentrated media power. Decision unlikely to derail Disney plan. Piss off. God, that parasite. Satanist. And Watchdog fears concentrated media power. It's a little late for that, don't you think? Men Only, the elite charity dinner where hostesses are put on show. And apparently it looks like it's at the Dorchester. Oh, you mean a bunch of sexists? That's not shocking at all, is it? In fact, it's pretty much to be expected. The Daily Telegraph. Some tennis guy, Grand Slam final, Edmonton. Who gives a shite? Sturgeon hauls down Union flag. Saltaire to fly alone on government buildings for royal occasions under new guidance. Warboy faces new sex assault allegation. Military handed stay of execution on cuts. Oscar nod gives cheap British actor last laugh. Russia blamed for Assad chemical attack. Britain hooked on prescription drugs. And remember a while back how a new pill that will cure arthritis, but we're hooked on prescription drugs because our drug dealer keeps giving us drugs to take to. Here's a drug for your stomach ulcer. Oh, but now I've got. Here's a drug to counteract the side effects of the drug I gave you. Okay, but now, and here's a drug to counteract the counterfeit. It goes on, and you still go to those that you, for some reason, because they've got a white coat on, that you trust, even though it says above the door, "Welcome to such and such's practice. We're practicing on you. You're letting us practice on you. We'll practice. We'll give you these drugs and see what happens." Oh, they killed you. Oh. We'll try a few more first. It might have just been a one-off. Oh, they killed you as well. French lessons on offer in billet doux to bankers. And this is to do with the EU tightening. Not Brexit. The EU tightening. They're going to be giving French lessons to British bankers. We're leaving the EU. There is a Brexit, is there? It's strange because all the evidence points to the opposite. Fake news. Technology giants given cold shoulder in Davos. Oh, so those that are sort of like running the world are giving the cold shoulder to the latest technology which controls us all. I think you know what that smell is.